Or
Hey, we're live. How's everybody doing today?
Dead tired.
Not too shabby.
pretty good, pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Last minute edition. Last minute edition. So.
Yep.
Welcome to the Guardian podcast. This is our third podcast, and sorry about the tardiness and everything, but we were short on a couple people and we're trying to find a replacement. And Mark here, or Undead Drunk, was happy to fill in for us. Thank you, Mark.
Welcome.
I hope everybody's enjoying their weekend and is enjoying the Super Bowl. Is probably the reason why a couple of us weren't with us.
Yeah. We're here, we're not watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because we're cool kids like that.
Yeah. Just
honestly,
wait till April, our greatest competitor, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, we always compete with them with ratings, and they always win.
Yeah.
When you play the game of podcasts. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us today, and let's go ahead and get introduced. Let's start with you, Shadara.
Oh, hi, I'm Shadara, and this is my second time being a Guardian and my third RTX, so that's exciting. I have no clue what else to say. I turned 21 this year, so I guess that's wicked.
Oh, so you're right in the same boat as Jack.
Yay.
Legal drinking.
Well, I already turned 21, so cheers.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Mark?
Hello. I lost my train of thought. This is going to be my second year Guardian, second RTX. I'm not
What's your name on
prepared.
the RT side?
Undead Drunk. I'm just like,
There you go.
I'm like, yeah, Undead Drunk. I go by Alcoholic Zombie on pretty much everything else. If someone didn't take their name, it probably goes back to Undead Drunk.
Okay. Kyle?
Hi, I'm Kyle, or Goop the Great on the website. This is my third time as Guardian, and fourth RTX. I was on the tech team a couple times, probably again this year, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Depends how much Blutonian and Ken still like you, so.
Yeah, and I think I owe Jack a beer. Next time I see him.
Which Jack?
You, Jack.
Oh, me?
All Jacks. Just find someone and say, hey, you Jack? All right, you have a beer. You
Awesome.
pay it all back.
Okay. And Jack?
I'm Jack DP on the site. This is going to be my fourth RTX and fourth time as a Guardian.
All right, and I'm your host, Jordan, also known as Ninja Spectre. And then going to be my fourth RTX. So, and hopefully third year as a PA. So, hopefully, I hope I didn't piss off Barbara and Miles too much last year.
Who knows?
Nah, that would never happen. Hopefully it never happens.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm glad to see that it's also I'm a little bit bummed that we don't have anybody new, but it seems like everyone here is a veteran. So let's go ahead and get started. What were your positions last year?
I guess I'll go. This is school. Let me raise my hand. No, but last year I was on the registration team, so that was exciting. And we were kind of like, of course, registering people, but also we would get thrown with everything else, like lost and found, and people coming up like, I lost my dog, and it's like, well, okay, like we got thrown with everything else that wasn't categorized, so that was fun.
Ma'am, are you even supposed to have the dog in here?
Right? Like, what are you doing?
Mark, what were you last year?
I was response, but I was like the detached crew, so I was actually just primarily at JW Marriott. Usually you see me running around with my little response guard and be like, hey, everything okay? Everything okay?
Yeah, I saw you running around quite a few times, especially when I was escorting Miles to the RVB panel and everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think I almost like ran into like Jeff one time. Like just opened the door and just barreling through and like, sorry. That was a fun experience.
And Kyle, you said you were part of the tech team?
In the years before, last year I was an attendee. I got drunk every day. It was great.
And now you trade that in for being a guardian.
Yeah, so I only get to get half as drunk. It's fine now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really did miss you last year. It wasn't the same without you and Kevin joining us.
It happened at a weird time. I couldn't get that much time off
Yep.
because it wasn't during the summer. Well, it was at the end of summer.
Yeah, it was more towards around when school started. So. Okay. And is Kevin joining us this year, or is he staying?
I don't believe so.
Okay. That's a bummer. But hopefully he might be back with us next year. Oh, and lost Shadara. And Jack.
I was also Response, but I was in the Expo building.
So you were in the ACC.
Yeah. It was fun. Yep.
And as I said in the past podcast, I was part of the PA team, and I was my first position was panels. So
Nice.
I feel like it's going to be a broken record with me this season, just because, at least with you and me, Jack, because we're going to be repeating ourselves a lot.
We're just saying the same shit over and over and over again.
Yeah. I just I'm getting closer going, you've heard me before. Okay, move on to the guest.
Yeah.
Insert general description of what I say every time. All right.
Obligatory statement here about the Guardians.
You know the deal. Let's do this. Oh crap, Christian.
Jonathan, I think we're good. I'm looking at the Q&A. Jonathan, I think we're good. I think we have a good number with 5 tonight. And Swerve Train. What are the most important components to keep in mind for registration? Shadara.
Well, with registration, like if you're a guardian for registration?
I assume that's what he's talking about. Or he or whoever.
If you're a guardian for registration, like you're gonna get questions from, guests, like I said, like I can't find my dog or something you have no control over. And I think the correct mindset is just you have to go in customer service mode. Like, hi, how are you? Like, what's going on? How can I help you? Even if the person is being rude. And you have to have that mindset of like, all right, like, and it really is fun. Like when you get used to it, it's fun, but like, yeah, I'm here to help people. I want to help people. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of being a guardian, but you are truly letting people access, and you get weird characters sometimes too. So you have to like put on a smile, and even if they're being weird, because last year there's this kid who came up, and he was just like standing there looking around like a lost dog, and we're just like, you good? Like, what's up? Are you part of the convention? And they're like, I don't know. How do I get in? We're like, do you have a pass? Did you buy one? And they're like, I have to go. And they just ran out. And it was like, okay. And then they came back like 5 minutes later. You just have to be in that mindset of anything will happen, and you're going to get weird characters, and it's going to be all awesome and fun. But you just have to remember, like, you're going to get some weird people, and you got to help everyone. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like especially when a lot of them are like kind of they're still in their shell. A lot of them you don't have that face-to-face interaction with other, Rooster Teeth members, and they're like, hey, and then just awkward silence for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Like we would, cause and sometimes, especially what happened last year with how we were just originally everything was going to be like mailed out or whatever, and that didn't work out, so you had to pick them up, and people wouldn't bring their ID cards, or they had to get things switched over and all that. And then the scan card would stop working, so we'd have to assign new badges and everything. So it was like chaos, and And then you had people on top of that asking if they could find passes. And they're like, so do people have extra passes? And it was like, oh gosh, I don't know. You probably have to ask around. So it was so interesting. It really was. But you have to be ready for anything that comes to you, really.
Yep. And there's definitely some very interesting characters. There's some people though, like especially with like walking around and with being a PA. I think I had at least 5 people offer to buy Miles a beer while I was walking around looking for drinks for him, and it's just like you want to tell them like, I'm sorry, he probably appreciates it, but kind of want to keep it within the company. Keep my eye on it and everything, because you never know. But no, yeah, it's amazing how many people want to buy drinks and everything, and we appreciate the niceness, but they have like drink tickets and stuff, so they don't actually have to go and buy their own drinks at all. So, Jonathan says, being a first-time guardian, how do you prepare yourself for it?
Beer.
You don't. You just jump right in, feet first, and just let the ride take you.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I think I had I don't know. It's like last year was the first year I did it, and I just pretty much was like, listen, okay, and then let me see if I can just repeat that back out and not break the rules. That's it.
I think the best way to put it is like a lot of patience at first, especially when you're waiting to be put into your groups, and when you get picked, just ask for all the help and like all the guidance you can beforehand. Get prepared for it, and even then, it's more of just a look around, look to the veterans, and follow their lead, and then you'll find out it's pretty easy. It's just you start getting into the groove of things, and by the end of RTX, you're good. You're gold. So
get comfortable talking to large crowds.
Yes.
Really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're Alliance Guardian.
Yeah. Or response team.
Yeah.
Response.
That's pretty much with every position. Just like get used to talking to big crowds, and because as a PA, you're going to have to interact with the crowds for the signings and everything like that, and whenever they do go and interact with the crowds and everything. So tips for PAs, do's and don'ts. Tips for PAs. The best way I would put it is just realize, like when you get into the position, just realize they're, just a regular person. Don't come into it acting like you know them because you watch the podcast a lot, because they're generally, let's just say this, their personalities on the podcast are just an exaggerated version of themselves, but they're usually a little bit different than what they put out on the podcast. So, like for instance, Michael might act like an asshole on the podcast, but he's actually a really nice person in real life. And Miles is pretty much the same in real life than he is in the podcast. Maybe a little bit more reserved, but he's pretty much energetic. He's like a little puppy that wants to go everywhere.
Except Gus.
Yeah.
Gus is the exception.
Yeah.
Gus is Gus.
Gus is Gus. Just Gus is a special case. But yeah, when it comes to being a PA, you're there for the job. You're there for the job. You are not there to, add into your resume. And make sure you take care of your staffer. And I'm trying to think what else. Make sure you're nice and conditioned for the job as well, because you're going to be walking around everywhere, especially with 3 different locations. Be prepared for anything. because you're going to have to think on your feet, especially when there's like a situation with, like if, like for instance with Bernie, like he might decide to go, oh yeah, I'm wanting to go sign for a whole hour, and then you only have a half an hour before his next panel. You're going to have to you're going to have to make time for it, learn to coordinate with the other teams, and like say for instance, try to find someone in panels, have them contact where his next panel is, let them know he's going to be late, and also be good with like the response team, because the response team is going to be there to have your back. So, like if someone gets into trouble or it has a lot of people surrounding him quickly, you're going to have to be able to count on the response team to have your back, or the Expo Guardians to have your back on the situation. So work with your teams and just good teamwork. When it comes to snacks and water, should you keep small amounts on your person at all times, or all in one secure location to actively visit? Ooh, does anyone else want to take that question?
I don't know exactly how you guys did it last year, but in times before the G spot, there was plenty of water and stuff up there that people could come up and get, and just keep a bottle of water on yourself at a time.
Yep, I would recommend that too. I know some people carry around a Camelback backpack as well. So, but that's mainly because you're not allowed to really keep large backpacks that block up the Guardian on the back of your shirt. So, if you do have a Camelback, keep it slacked off to one side, or just like carry it on like right next to you, because you're not supposed to block the Guardian logo on the back.
And I know with, because I'm a type 1 diabetic, so I always have to have like some type of bag on me, because I have my tester kit, and then if I have to have extra like supplies for my medicine, and then some type of like juice or candy to make sure that I don't go too low or anything. But I so I would always have something on me just in case. So, and then you'll put your name on it, and then you'll walk around with it like the whole weekend or whatever. So, and then there are also, at least with we're registered.
Shadari,
like the water.
Hey, Shadari, I think your connection's cutting in and out. We're getting bits and pieces of it.
Oh, of course. Of course.
I keep on waiting for it.
Internet. Yay.
I keep on waiting for it to correct itself, because sometimes it pauses and skips and then just kind of corrects itself. But I think yours is just choppy connection.
Oh, come on. Yay, garbage internet to the rescue, as always. Never good when I need it.
But yeah, you're right. I can't say anything about this year, but in the RTXs of past, we usually have some snacks in the Guardian G spot. I think it's mainly in the ACC G spot. So we usually have snacks in the form of granola bars, chips, pretzels, usually from like the convention caterers. And grab like maybe a bagger or a granola bar and a bag of chips. Maybe keep that in your pack with you and bring it along with you. And if you're hungry or like need something to chew on to get your blood sugar back up, I would recommend keep that with you at all times. And water, because you get dehydrated pretty easily.
It's hot.
Yeah, especially in August. Yeah, August was a bad bad time for weather. It got, what was it, like 103, 104 when we were down there?
I honestly don't remember. I drank a bit. I don't remember much from last year.
Let's see. Oh, with Jonathan. So with tech, what are your duties exactly?
Oh, well, normally when everybody's doing the bag stuffing the earlier days, before everyone else shows up, we need to set up the computers for the streams, make sure the streams are online, make sure they have the capability of capturing video and audio, test sound, make sure it's good, help set up the main stage with all the different games they're going to be playing, and like a total of 60 consoles normally.
Yeah,
Um,
sounds about right.
Yeah, and all the different rooms. Last year I didn't work, so I didn't experience the fun it was to set up 3 different locations. But it was good. Years prior.
So is there any other? Okay, this is so weird. Sorry, Jonathan. This is so weird. I was looking to see if you were a guardian, and for some reason on the RT site it said you weren't part of the guardian group, and I'm seeing you replied to the guardian podcast forum thread. I wasn't sure at first that you were actually a guardian, and now that I see that you're posting in the forum, I can see that you're actually part of the guardians. Sorry, I was thinking about that because we've actually had it in the past where we've had non-guardians try to get in on the podcast. That's
It
always
was weird.
Yeah, definitely weird. But yeah, no, tech team, because also I think, what was it, Center Stage has similar duties to tech team where they have to set up a lot of the consoles on Center Stage and keep it going with capture.
We help with the initial setup, then normally the center stage runs it from then on out.
Mm-hmm. But, Jonathan, I see that you're part of the Guardian. I see that you're part of the Guardians. I see it now. But it's just with the website being all wonky still. It said that it wasn't saying that you were in your groups area when I was looking you up. God, the RT site, you're something special.
Yeah.
Soleil is in the chat in the Q&A. Hi, Soleil.
Hello.
Hello.
And as I said before, Soleil is like one of our regulars. So, but I'm glad that she's going to be joining us again this year. And Ian says, PA equals prepare to get ulcers. That's only if you want it. That's only if you want it to be. Unless if you're Bernie's PA, then you'll probably will have ulcers. I still don't see how Marcy does it.
How many times has she been Bernie's PA? Twice?
Twice.
Twice.
Yeah, I think it was a guy the first year that they had PAs, and Bernie felt so sorry for that guy. But Marcy came in. She had, I think, a ton more experience. I think she worked a few conventions before she came in, so she's an expert, and she definitely deserved to be Bernie's PA because I don't think anyone else could handle him. But yeah, PAs, it's only an ulcer if you make it out to be that. It's a good idea to be coming in on the 29th of June. Yeah, go ahead. I think that's when I'm coming in. I usually say
That's the 29th of June.
Huh?
Is that the Tuesday or?
I think that's a Tuesday. Let me check real quick. But let's see. Come on. Hold on. But yeah, if it's a Tuesday, like you're free to come in at any day of the week.
29th of June is on a Wednesday. So yeah, it's like a day off.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, if you come in on the 29th, like we usually have activities for the Guardians, like even before, like during that day. Usually we have bag stuffing, but who knows? That depends on the year. Because I think we had less bag stuffing one year because they were letting an outside party handle it for the most part, but we had less to do. But last year we had quite a bit of it.
Or you could come in earlier and just spend the entire day like eating and drinking.
Yeah, enjoy the city because it's quite beautiful, and it's a lot of good food.
Like Gordo's. I really want to go back to Gordo's.
Oh yeah, I do really want to go back to Gordo's. I remember we tried to go 2 years ago, and then it was Red and Darren tried to play the prank where they said that all of their bags had gotten stolen out of the room, and we came back in. That wasn't the problem. They were just being assholes.
Right.
Here. So let's ask a couple more questions for the guests, because it seems like we're sticking with the Q&A. So, what are you excited about this year? Like, is there anything specifically that you're looking forward to?
Gordo's.
Gordo's. Yeah, Kyle, anything specific?
No, not really.
Good answer. Shadar? Oh.
No.
The connection is still coming out. If you want to type it in the chat, I can read it out.
Wally. Sorry.
We're not making fun of you. We're making fun of the connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can do this.
Okay. Here, see if turning off your video will help any at all. Maybe. I think she's frozen now.
I feel like
Hello?
it got worse. Oh my gosh.
No, it sounds better. A little bit better.
Call your tech team. Go fix this.
I can't.
Oh, it sounded better. That's great.
Oh, yep.
Oh
But
man, this is awful.
Don't join a Google Hangout over Wi-Fi normally. It's a good plan.
yeah, it eats up a lot of bandwidth for Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to coming back in with friends and hanging out once again, and getting to come back and working, and hopefully working with Miles again. He's always a great person to work with each year. But try to think, is there anything else that we need to cover, Jack? Any other questions?
Buffalo Billiards is always fun on that Saturday night.
Oh yeah, it was for the whatchamacallit, the side quest.
Mm-hmm.
They have the Bar Olympics every year, which I'm not sure how side quest is going to be. I was hoping to ask Dom tonight, but I don't know where he is, so we'll get him on a later podcast to talk about the side quests. But I was hoping that we could also get some insight about RTX Australia as well. But we'll get that another day. But yeah, the side quest, by the way, RTX side quest, it's a charity group set up by members of the RT community, and what they do is they set up a series of community events around Austin. So they usually have the charity auction where they sell a number of community-oriented items, like that are based off of like Rooster Teeth properties. So people usually go and bet on certain items, and all the money goes towards a charity. I think it's like Make-A-Wish and Operation Supply Drop and a couple other charities that they go to. But all proceeds go to it, and they have, the Bar Olympics as well, which is like a series of games and tasks that you go and you join up with like two big teams and compete against each and every team. And then finally, I think it's the farewell lunch, which is the third and final main event for RTX SideQuest, which is on Monday at noon. Usually at I think it's the Salt Lake over.
That's some good barbecue.
Yeah, it is really
Great
good
barbecue.
Oh, that's Allie. Apparently her computer is having problems, so she is having trouble getting in. But yeah, if you haven't heard of SideQuest, I think if you go to r2sidequest.com, you can go and check out past events and check out and see what it's all about. And usually they put up tickets like shortly after RTX tickets go out. Okay. But I'm trying to think of other stuff. Let's go back to the Q&A. Let's see. La Soleil says, I have one good piece of advice for anyone that's coming from overseas. Always keep ID and important stuff on yourself and not in the G-spot. Yes, I agree with that. When we had to evacuate the convention center, I had my backpack there and I was without my passport for 24 hours. That's a big thing because like 2 years ago, we had a big evacuation and we couldn't go back into the convention center for a while. So if you're from overseas, Australia, England, Canada, or if you're in Soleil's case, Italy, yeah, be sure to keep your IDs and everything on you, and don't leave it in the Guardian G spot. So there's that. And here's a question more for Jack. When are we going to play CAH again? I'm feeling the lack of profanity.
Fuck yeah, let's do it now.
I'd be open to doing it again. That was really fun last year. We have, what did we call it? Guardian Game Nights?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get down on that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'd be open to it again. I just need to set up a time and get join in. And Jack, do you want to head it up again this year, or?
I don't know. Don't put me in charge of things. I'm the host of the podcast sometimes, and it turns into chaos because I invite the 90 people that are associated with this account, and they all yell at me for it.
That is true. That's always funny though when you send an invite out to everybody.
And everybody's like, "Dear God, now what?"
I think it's up to like 110 contacts now.
Oh,
the Guardian podcast. So
Wow.
more people piss off.
Yeah, great.
But yeah, last year we did this thing called Guardian Game Nights where we got a bunch of people together. We played like Cards Against Humanity and some other things. I think we also did Super Fight, didn't we?
Super Fight. Yeah, Super Fight. I think we did Pokemon one time.
Did we really? Oh yes,
Like,
that's right. You and James did that.
James and Kira did that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. Maybe we can think about doing it. I had an idea that we could do it on Twitch. And
Use Fibbage.
yeah, like Fibbage, or I think, for instance, like with Rooster Speaks, maybe if people have Halo or something like that, we could set up game nights as well. But Fibbage is always a popular choice. Yeah, I'm open to doing it again. Just have to figure out a good time and place and make sure I don't have any exams or anything coming up. So, yeah, I'm down for it. I just want to say I'm really glad this podcast exists. I learned a lot from you guys. Oh, thanks, Sword Train. But that's one of the reasons why we're here. We're here to get everybody up to speed and, get everybody used to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone else going to say anything? I feel like I'm monologuing. I'm okay with talking. It's just I feel like I'm taking up all the talking space.
I don't know. I feel like today's been like an off day.
Yeah, it's
Because of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm open to talking. It's just if you guys ever want to talk, just please interject. I don't want to take up the entire time.
No, I'm good. Go for it.
Careful.
Interjection.
Objection. But yeah, thanks. We're here to help with everything. Just if you have a question, we'll gladly answer it on the podcast, as long as it's within the bounds of not being spoilerish. If there are some things that we cannot talk about, and as I said, as we always say, this is a spoiler-free podcast.
Yeah, we can't talk about holy shits and no, I have proofs. Taboo.
But yeah, we're here to help, and if you have any more questions, just feel free to ask. God, I did the bar thing last year, and I was just gone. Yeah, that's pretty much the point. It's a good time, and you drink a lot. I never get a chance to do it, though. It's sad.
I really want to do it this year. Now that I can drink, I'm really thinking about it, but it depends on the job. Because I know security, Alex, who was our team lead, said, don't go Saturday night, or we will find you.
And knowing Alex, he'll do something to make your hangover, just utterly painful.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you got a headache? It doesn't matter. Keep working.
Oh, anyone has a take on the Fine Brothers fiasco? Anybody want to step in?
I do not have a reaction. Shit, I gotta owe somebody.
See you in court.
Yeah, I love it. It's like they did the first video, and they're like, oh, this is great. And then the backlash, and they're like, you guys don't understand. And then the third is just a message. It's like, we can't go back on the camera anymore. Just apology note. That's it. It's just like, here's our apology where we never say sorry, but I guess you guys didn't like what we're about to do. Sorry, not sorry.
Who would have guessed? Trying to monopolize on a word in a video type that's been existing before they were even popular. It's kind of a dick move.
Yeah, I think my favorite reaction to it is from Hee or H3H3 Productions. Yeah, Papa Bliss.
Those guys are.
He's like, I
just love
first.
I love how they lost so many subscribers in a week. Like I've never seen something drop that fast.
Yeah, it bled. It was like what 1 million subscribers lost within a week.
They had an active website. Yeah.
People were doing live streams, just watching the subscriber number drop all week long.
I think the website was like Fine Brothers Epic Fail or something like that, or you just see like this, like how many subscribers they lost since you last looked at this website. It's all 400, 1,000. It's like holy crap.
Can we start taking bets on like how far it drops each day? I beat the spread. Let's see. Yeah, basically, I think we're all in agreement that we all hate what they did.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a common thing that's been going around where they try to trademark something so that they can gain full control of the type of videos that are sent out because of the Sony thing where they tried to trademark Let's Play.
Yeah.
One of the things like there's literally a channel called Let's Play. No. It's not going to happen, and Rooster Teeth would have fought back probably with tooth and nail just to keep that from happening. So,
I saw somebody's question here. They were talking about do we have anything to do on the 29th of June? And normally that day is bag packing. That's going to be the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we stuff bags.
Mm-hmm.
But
All
it's not mandatory though.
It's helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah. The only mandatory day that you actually had to start, the first mandatory day you had to be there is Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for registration for Guardians.
Yeah.
And for some people who decide to get their badges early. I know there were people who had like long lines waiting like on Thursday. It's like you do realize that the convention's tomorrow, right?
Let's see.
I want to wait in line tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think with registration, they had early registration on Thursday, right? Yeah. So that was interesting because as soon as we got our pass, the registration guardians, it was like, all right, you've got to start giving these badges out to people. And it was crazy. It lasted all day. People were like, I could do this. And then we even had people then asking, so can I pay for a new badge? Like, what's going on? Like, I see these people lined up. And it was like, all right. Nope, we don't have any extra badges, but bye, see ya. Like, it was interesting. So
Yeah, it sells out before the convention even starts. So
yeah, because I guess people are like, oh yeah, no, we did this like another year where they were like handing out badges, like we just had to
No.
pay for extra badges. And I was like, oh, well, we ain't got that this year, so.
I think you're talking to Scalper at that point.
Yeah, the only way you get a badge and you didn't go is if someone gave you that badge after the event and it's, hey, want my badge? I don't like it anymore. Bad memories. But yeah, that's the only way you can get one if you didn't pay for it, if a friend gave it to you.
I didn't see Bernie. 0 out of 10 would not join again. Let's see. What would you say is the best perk about being a guardian? You get
Tell
a free
people what
shirt.
to do. That's good.
You get a free shirt.
Yeah, you get a shirt that says Guardian with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do well, you can take it home. Otherwise, they take it away from you.
I remember one year Gus was like, "Thanks, guys. You get a shirt," and that's it. That's all he said.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
We all cheered for that. I
Instead
don't
of
know why.
Instead of
It was a
cheering
nice
for
shirt.
Gus, we just give him a nice thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thumbs up, pat in the back, and a kick out the door.
Oh, let's see. But yeah, that's other than that, it's mostly the friends that you get out of RTX. That's probably the best perk is all the people that you get to meet, because that's probably the best part of it is the fact that I met so many awesome people at my RTX experience. Like without RTX, I wouldn't have met Jack. I wouldn't have met Raph. I wouldn't have met so many other people, Kyle, and a bunch of people. And what?
Mark's right here, you jackass.
I know. I'm talking about like the first people that I met.
The old days.
The old days.
Yeah, this guy Mark. Oh shit, we're still on this podcast. Or Jack.
But
Sorry.
I'm not trying to be a dick, but I'm totally trying to be a dick. But no, you get to meet so many awesome people, and like you make good friends, and like I said, I made some really great friends, and with being a PA, you're not supposed to expect, like a lot of people think that you're automatically going to be friends with your staffer, but that's not always true. But it's a job, and sometimes they're just going to treat you like like you're a staffer, you're someone hired. So, which just keep professional. But Miles was a very special case where him and I became friends. So, and that's one thing I'm always grateful for, because Miles is a really, really good friend. So that's one of the things I'm really special. That's really special about RTX is all the people you get to meet. The live stream thing was very pretty. I actually think there was a broader intention behind. Oh, okay. She's
Fine Brothers.
She talked about Fine Brothers. I think there was a broader intention behind what they did. Next time I'm on, we'll talk about it. Yeah, whenever it depends on when you come on though, because it might be, depending on the timing, it might be a couple months down the line, because we have a huge backlog of guests who are supposed to be on.
And I don't mind being designated fill-in a spot guest. I'll use a different master besides this.
Just put on a different hat. There you go.
Where did he go?
All I see is Peter Parker. But yeah, no. I usually do the schedules by randomizing a list, so it depends on how that list is randomized. But if there is open spots in the future, Sully, I'll definitely add you on. If there's open spots, but in the meantime, it's going to be according to the randomizer. So I do that just to be fair to everybody. I think the only person that actually comes on regularly again, like I actually choose him, is Jack because he's the co-host. So
Yeah, worst decision you've made, but okay.
Jug takes over. Oh.
The Chaos Podcast. Never forget. Let's see. What should first-year security expect for their daily routines?
Daily routines.
Well-
listen, and listen to what was it, Ugmar, and I think that's just her name. I don't know her real name.
It's Lauren. Is her real name?
Yeah, and Alex. Pretty much, the best thing you want to do is just listen, pay attention, always be doing something, and don't be kind of like sitting on your ass. Sitting on your ass, not doing anything, unless of course you're like. I think the one time they said they had one guy just isolated and just sitting like what's going on here? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just make
I
sure.
forgot about him.
Yeah, just make sure you're doing something.
Yeah, I don't know how the duties were on the other buildings, but at least for the convention center, the ACC, our jobs were always like, we never know what we're going to do next until Alex or Lauren tells us, and then we go do the job, which is either blocking an elevator or just watching the lines or just going through the expo floor. You'll never know what you're doing, and you should always just stay focused, stay hydrated. They'll always ask if you need water or food. They're always careful about that. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I think going through the first day, I pretty much I just stood like in front of the JW like elevators and just guided people back to the registration desk. Pretty much make sure people are outside of the aisle. That was fun for like 3 hours and everything like that. It's interesting, especially when you do like everything a little different. Say, hey, you guys going to RTX? And they go, yeah. It's like, right down there. And then this guy just walks in like, everything good? And just kind of comes by and just kind of throws you off. But hey, I mean, you'll have, you'll see like those. Like the staff coming by and everything like that. Just say hey, you have to be nonchalant. You can't be like, like get all fanboys and fangirls. I mean, because that's not what they hired you to do. Is just to forget your position. But pretty much just like I mostly did was just run around JW Marriott. Pretty much just make sure everyone's good and take places of everyone else so they can have lunch breaks or that. It was the same masturbation box. Do not. Restroom breaks. Restroom breaks.
The secret. Shut up.
You're not supposed to tell them about that. Jeez.
Level 34. No, but
now you know why we call it the G spot.
But yeah.
Jordan.
No, but in all honesty, yeah, just always be attentive, always be nice to anyone that you see because you're, pretty much this, security team or response team. So making, the biggest thing to worry about is make sure that attendees have a great time and they know where they're going and they know where they're not supposed to go.
Yeah.
Things with when it comes to security.
And it's also making sure that other guardians are in check as well, because making sure that no one oversteps their bounds either.
Yeah. We have to work with the other teams too. Like I know we work with PA sometimes. We worked with registration sometimes. We work with the expo floor, center stage. So you're always working with other groups as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, autographs too, like in the JW Marriott, pretty much.
Oh yeah, I think that's where I saw you the most, Mark, was during signatures.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, just running around the most. Nah, not the most.
But yeah, so there's a security team for you, and without security team, as I said, they're pretty much the glue that holds us together.
We're everywhere. Everywhere.
Without us, you guys are nothing.
Let's see. Worst things that happened while you were on shift. Ooh, that's a tough one. And guys, and be sure that's something that you can talk about. So
Okay.
don't badmouth Denise too much. Just say like something that was kind of like.
No, I'm gonna be really broad with me. It was a situation that I thought I was gonna be kicked from being guardian based on making a mistake, but based on this individual. But it is an individual that shall not be named because I do not care to name them. They should be kept nameless. But as a guest that wasn't really a guest, and
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Best to keep that on the DL.
Pretty much
with their
as
names.
long
and
as,
everything.
yeah, as long as you're honest and everything like that, and you fess up to it and be like, hey, honest to take and everything like that, staff and everyone's gonna understand. So I honestly, it freaked me out, and I pretty much told the higher ups, the leads, everyone, hey, this is what happened. This is my side. Luckily, I got to finish the rest of it. And
Well, and you're back. Obviously, you did something.
yeah,
Right. So.
yeah, I basically pleaded to Barbara and everything like that. Yeah. Oh no, but no, honestly, yeah, it was pleading because I was just scared for to be kicked out from it and everything like that.
Please don't strike me down, Mistress Barbara.
Yeah, it's like please don't reject me, senpai.
Let's see. Worst thing that happened to me on shift. I'd say. I don't know. There's nothing too much. I think it's like maybe being badmouthed by a couple people, and I think that's pretty much it. Like pretty much, I had someone bitching at me because I was because they wanted to be a PA, and they're trying to ask me how to be a PA while I was trying to run pizza to Miles, and I was like, just do the application, sign up, make sure everything is set up to be to convince Barbara and them that you're a PA material, and then just run off. He goes, you probably just got lucky, and then just like I was like, maybe so, but try not to badmouth people, dude. It's just like it's just not really. The Guardians are just there to do their job, and just respect us, please. We're just trying to do the best we can. And if you're honestly wanting to be a PA, and you're wanting to know, it's like just go and sign up on the applications and put in your work experience and everything, and try to make a good, convincing argument that you would be perfect for PA material. That's how I did it. I don't know how my application got crossed, but
Yes.
I'm glad it did.
They use the random generator like you use. It's like, yes, make him PA. Read the system.
Kyle, what's the worst thing that's happened on your shift?
Some advice that I would keep for this is once you are assigned a job, please stick with your job. Don't wander off because you want a different one. We had some issues with people that were wandering into the tech area and trying to help because that's where they wanted to be, and caused a few mistakes.
I think I know what you're
almost fried a motherboard, and and stuff like that. So
Oh shit! Really? They
Please.
almost tried a motherboard?
stay in your area. Yeah.
Oh Jesus, that would have been bad.
Mhm.
But yeah. Do your job. Don't overstep your bounds. Stick to your job description, and you'll be fine. I know, like, there's like you want to get. I know that's a thing where people like want to get noticed, and like they'll go and do more, go beyond and above, to show that they're doing a good job. But there comes a point when you need to just like be like, am I supposed to be really doing this? And if you're asking yourself that question, you're probably not supposed to be doing it.
Well, the good above and beyond is being nice to the attendees. If the attendees remember you,
Mhm.
that's great.
Yeah, that's pretty much how Red got his position. He was awesome, and people remembered him because he's big, Canadian, and he's got a booming voice.
Hmm.
I think it's more of the kilt, but okay.
Yeah, they killed the secret to his power. Take that away from him, he's nothing.
Yeah, I actually had a fan club last year of the same attendees keep seeing me going, hey, it's you! I'm like, hey, yeah! And then actually they wanted my signatures, and that was just a surreal experience. And I'm like, okay, here you go. But no, it was interesting. I was like, I got a taste of the good life. And I don't know, it was just real, but, if they're, I don't think they're watching this podcast because Guardians, but ew. Hopefully I see them again. And if they actually remember me, I'll be like, yes.
Oh,
I'm faking it.
I think I know of a good one, a good bad experience. Just like I don't know. It's just that we had a couple incidents last year, which it was just, I probably shouldn't talk about it, but there's just one incident where it just was just some miscommunication happened. Just make sure you communicate with people because that's sometimes is a thing with PAs, especially like some people don't realize that they see a guardian walking next to a staffer, and sometimes people think that you're not supposed to be with that staffer. So make sure you go and communicate with the person. Go, hey, are you supposed to be with that person? And if they go, yeah, I'm a PA. Best way to identify us is usually we have an armband that looks like a quarterback sleeve. So
Are they doing that again this year?
we usually do. We did it last year and the year before, and we'll probably do it again this year. And for me, if you need to find me, I'll be the guy on the convention floor with a bag on his head. So,
Disguise.
yeah, this guy's.
Flannel
Shadara,
shirt.
is there anything that? What's the worst thing that happened to you on your shift?
Worst thing that happened to me on my shift was probably just walking to and from the hotel and not having like an undershirt on. That's the worst thing. It was so hot, you get all sweaty, you get all gross. That was it.
Yeah, be sure to have an undershirt, like something Under Armour or something off-brand, so that's compression, because you need to keep from, because you will sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was about it though. Like, I mean, like I said, there was like the weird people, but nothing like a terrible. I think the only thing was like maybe. No, nothing. Maybe like someone cussing in front of like, but that was it really. Like, don't, just like watch your language, but that was it. Like nothing major, nothing like someone, throwing a fit or anything. I thought there were a couple of those. There were a couple of those that we thought would be like that, where someone was like, well, why isn't it working? It's like, I'm sorry, it's just not going through. Like, but nothing too terrible.
Okay. But nothing too bad, though. Usually with, Guardians, also, if you signed up to be a Guardian, please come in and actually be a Guardian, because we've actually had some people just literally pick up their badges and not return. So, I guess they just wanted the Guardian badge and that's it. So, I don't know who exactly they were, but it's just like they come in, they see that they don't want that job actually, and then they just kind of like abandon their duties. So Yeah, if you come in there, you signed up for the job. If you don't want to do it, please talk to Mary and Chris, and then they'll find someone else to replace. Like if you're not happy and you're uncomfortable with your certain job, please tell Mary and Chris or your leader so they can find either a different position that's more to your fitting, or B, if you're literally just not comfortable with being guardian, they can be like, okay, and I'm pretty sure that they'll help you out with that. I'm not sure if we've actually had anybody who voluntarily left to be an attendee or anything.
I can't think of anybody.
Yeah, not that I've heard of.
Not at the top of my head, but the best thing, I think the worst that we've seen are no-shows and people who've registered and just not shown up for their position. But how do breaks and days off work? Are you able to enjoy the convention if you want?
Depends on the group that you're in. There's not really days off.
It used to be part-time, but I'm not sure if they still have part-times or not. I think pretty much.
You could have your lunch. Normally it's an hour or so to go out and get yourself something to eat and head back. And then the breaks are normally to use the restroom, get yourself a drink of water, stuff like that. Sometimes, depending on which job you have, you'll have either a morning or an afternoon shift or an all-day.
Yep. I think in the application they were looking more for people for full-time this year, but it doesn't rule out the chance of part-time. And I think panels is usually one that does part-time.
With I know with registration it was like that too. Like the first 2 days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I think we had full time. We were there the whole day, so we weren't really able to, like they would like set aside a time for us to like go to a panel, I think, or something like that. But that was about it. And then on Sunday was when it'd be like, all right, you do mornings, all right, and then you do afternoons. So.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're trying to stick with you stay there the full time because of how many people keep coming to conventions. The convention this year, each year or whatever. So
yeah, and it's going to be a lot more people coming in. For PAs, like we're kind of full time on the job. It depends on like we get our breaks, our lunches. Usually, I take my lunch with Miles, so it's whenever he eats, I eat, and. Trying to think what else. They usually give us a chance to go see a panel, like 1 hour to go see a panel, and then once we're done, get back on the job. Or either that, or you can go look at the convention hall for an hour, or like I did, I took an hour and went and cosplayed. So,
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you'll get depending on your position, you may get a chance to go and enjoy the convention for like an hour or so. At least an hour or so per day, depending on like how long they want your lunches to be. Because sometimes it's a half an hour, sometimes it's an hour. Anything else that we can talk about with breaks and everything?
Don't abuse them.
Don't abuse them, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't drink alcohol on your breaks.
After and before, without the shirt on.
Yeah. They don't want Guardians to drink publicly with the Guardian shirt on. It sends a bad message.
Yeah. And if you're done with your shift, take off your shirt.
Yes.
You will be pulled if you still have the shirt on and you try to run straight into the convention center.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Is that common knowledge enough that we can do that?
No.
No.
No. Yeah, I forgot that internet months are like years. And Ian, by the way, that's not common knowledge, so please don't share that.
It's not what's in there.
What we need to know will be passed down to us from the higher ups. We're just kind of.
But it's not charging.
Yep. there's certain things that we cannot say, and like that are concerning with the workings with the Guardians, and that's kind of one of them that you can't talk about. So if you have a question like that, please ask us personally or email us at the Guardian Podcast, and we'll be happy to answer. Or talk about it on the forums. That'd probably be the easier way.
Yeah, if you're a Guardian, just stick to the forums and that.
Yeah, if you have a question like that. Do we have an FAQ? Or is that...
I think we do.
Here,
I
let
thought
me...
we had like a
But mostly it's the
text.
bar now.
Yeah. Or, oh no, that's more... Oh no, there's the Mighty FAQ thread. So, if you're on the Guardian group, go to the featured forums, and there's a Mighty FAQ thread. Or you can talk on the bar, ask a question there, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be plenty of people who are willing to help you out with that answer. My bad, I didn't say anything. You can't prove it. By the way, Ian, technically these questions are saved, so people can see them. That's why
I can't remember the question. What was it again?
I can't remember either. But yeah, just be sure to ask Mary first. Like, if it's something like that, ask Mary first.
Yeah, just send a message to her directly. At the Rooster Teeth site, that's the best way to get a hold of her that quickly.
Yeah, and plus, I forgot to talk about this. We have a questions functionality on the Rooster Teeth site, so you can literally go to Sailor Tweak's profile. Here, let me see if I can capture and screen share this. Because there is a questions ability.
I'm on there too.
Start screen share. Okay, so you have this right here. It's a tab on their profile. It'll say questions. And you can ask them a question and they can answer it. And they also have questions they already answered as well. So if you want to ask a question, look on her questions tab and see what she's answered.
Oh, that's cool.
But if it's something that's secretive, like you said, might as well just keep it to a DM. But if it's something like how do I prepare for this position, go ahead and ask her on there.
Or do you like toast?
Yeah, or do you like toast? Alrighty, but yeah, if you have questions, you can ask on that. But it might be something that she not answers on there because it might be secret or something like that. But if it's something that you think might be secret, just ask her on a DM. She will be more than happy to get back with you. That's what she's here for.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
Let's see. Soleil says, I forgot that internet months are like years. It's probably not going to be relevant anymore. Maybe. It might still be a thing. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. Especially like when people trying to copyright stuff, the internet likes to set it ablaze, and then but you never forget. It's like, oh yeah, I remember this, and this, and then this, and then this, and then this. Oh, sorry, I forgot I was screen sharing I was trying to read the screen thing. This is actually just to run, not to digress or anything like that. I'm actually gonna get bumper stickers of that logo.
Oh yeah, because Mark's the one who did the banner for the Guardian group. So
yeah, that reminds me. Thank you for reminding me that. I'm actually gonna order those. I'll have them way before the convention. I think I'll have like 200 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
200 for the 500 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't make any more than I think it was like 200 or 250. So
You
half are gonna be sad.
Yeah.
It's like paper scissors rock. All right, I need everyone to pair up in twos. Paper scissors rock. Whoever the winner gets one.
Can I also say that it's annoying me that we still have a grammatical error on the main description for the Guardian group? Communication.
Do we really?
Oh, great! Now I'm never gonna unsee that, man.
Man, communication. Oh my god. I hope Mary sees that at some point.
Oh, I'll make it apparent now. I'll be like, Twitter, screen share. What is this?
Let's see.
I are new words get now. Oh, no.
On an unrelated note, holy shit, the Panthers are getting destroyed. Are they really?
Really?
Not this.
That's too bad.
Oh, what's the score right now?
It's like, I think it was 24, 10 or something like that. It's only got like 2
Yeah,
minutes
24-10. It's not too bad. They can still probably make it, but oh no, it's 2 minutes left. Never mind.
Yeah,
Oh, what, last quarter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, go ahead.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes left in the game, and yeah, and they had the ball too. So yeah, that's probably not going to be a win for the Panthers.
Yeah, this Super Bowl is only a little bit upsetting for me because I'm actually a 49er fan, and they're playing in my stadium in the town that I actually lived. Like I used to live about 10 minutes away from that stadium, and everything like that. So it's just like it's salt in the wound.
Yeah.
It's like I actually wanted the Panthers to win because they never won one, and then Peyton Manning already has a ring. Doesn't make that cut anymore. But they're like, oh, he's retiring, so. It's in the bag. They did it like that. They jerry rigged it.
Speaking of talking about where we live and everything, where are John wants to know where are we from?
Hell, Michigan. No.
Under the advice of my counsel, I'm advised not to answer that question. No, I live in Oklahoma, near Oklahoma City. It's all right.
Jack,
I live in Ohio, near Cleveland.
Mark.
I currently live in a garage now. I live in Killeen, Texas. It's actually an hour away from Austin, Texas. I used to live in California, so I'm not. But.
Okay. Shadara.
I actually live in San Antonio, so I'm from Austin, Texas. So.
Okay. So you're like how far away is San Antonio? Like.
It's about an hour. It's a little south of Austin, I think. Like this or something. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like north, going down into it. It's like.
But yeah, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. So.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So yeah, that's where we're from. I got a long drive usually each year, but I think I'm going to be flying.
Yeah,
Good idea.
Actually, I drove every single day to Austin from Killeen, Texas. So,
Oof.
unfortunately, unfortunately, I didn't get to stay late, after the shifts and kind of hang with people.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try and find like one of those like room shares and everything like that. Of course, if the wife's okay with it. They're like, I'm just gonna be away a week, but I'm only an hour away in case of emergencies, and hopefully have a lot more fun after night.
Yep. Yep, I believe there is a room share set up, like a room share forum thread. So if anyone's looking for a place to stay, there's a room share forum thread. If you want to go and check that out, go ahead. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be someone who's willing to stay with you. Usually we get everybody sorted out, unless if you're Garth and you just don't ask.
Be very, very, very
Right.
hygienic.
Let's see, most anticipated games for this year.
Deadpool. Oh, that's a movie. Sorry.
It was a game.
It was a game.
It was a
It was a
game.
nice game.
Fire Emblem's coming out next week.
Which one?
Oh yeah, that's right. It is coming out soon. Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
Lego
I like
Star
the-
Wars Episode 7.
oh, that trailer is hilarious.
It does.
That was a great trailer for it.
Yeah.
That's how. That's
What's-
how Ben woke up. Alarm clock.
What's
That's-
Blizzard's new game?
Overwatch.
That looks cool.
Yeah.
Overwatch. That's gonna be the new Hearthstone. The Division. That's what I'm waiting for to see if that's any pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing is that the Division looks cool. It's Ubisoft, so I'm kind of like keeping my distance. So I'm trying to think. For me, it's probably going to be Uncharted.
Mm.
Because Uncharted 4 comes out, and I'm trying to think what else is there that's coming out this year.
I feel like it's too
Google
early.
this. We can Google this.
Yeah, we can. What's the game that everybody freaks out about? No Man's Sky?
Yeah.
No Man's Sky. Was it
Half-Life 3.
Mirror's Edge. Half-Life 3. Dark Souls 3.
Oh, yeah, because they're revamping Dark Souls, so it's going to be more like Bloodborne, which makes me happy.
Another Mass Effect game. What?
Oh, Andromeda. Yeah.
Oh yeah. When's
Crazy.
Tetris coming out for the Xbox One? That hasn't come out yet.
Tetris Unleashed. Part 4. Yeah, what was that? Oh man, I love the Uncharted games. I don't have a PS3 or PS PlayStation system anymore, so it's a little hard to look at those games and go, God, I can't watch this. I don't have a system. I'm like just PC Master Race right now. With a loaded Wii U on the side.
Destiny 2. Ha 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 ha.
Destiny 2.
Nah. I don't know. What was it? The new one. The House, not House of Wolves. What's the new one?
Taken King.
The Taken King. Yeah, that's how much I actually cared about the name.
Doom.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Doom.
You're right. So like, Doom looks amazing to me. And I was a big fan of the original games, so I haven't played 3 all the way through though.
Yeah, I've seen the movie.
Hey, that movie was actually. I actually really enjoyed the Doom movie. It was fun. It wasn't good. It was fun.
It wasn't good. That was the key word.
Yeah, let's see. I got a list of one place. I'm just gonna borrow their list, like BuzzFeed does.
Here,
Dead Island 2, Street Fighter 5.
I'll get Dead Island 2.
The Last Guardian.
Or did that already-
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that game. I'm a huge fan of like the Shadow of the Colossus.
The Ico or something like that. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
Yeah, Eco and Shadow of the Colossus.
For Honor from Ubisoft.
Oh yeah, that was one. Is like have like a MOBA type situation with like medieval combat.
Is it like Chivalry, like that game?
Yeah, sort of.
Heads up. Okay, that was good.
Mhm.
Let's see, Unravel, Horizon.
Oh, the Yarn game.
The Yarn game, the Yarn Man game.
Yarn Man game.
New Deus Ex, Kingdom
Oh.
Hearts 3.
That's
That's
never
probably
coming out.
It's probably not coming out next year. Swerve Train says Final Fantasy 15. Yes, I'm looking forward to that because I played
Sure.
Episode 2 Sky, and it was amazing. Quantum Break. Yes, I'm not sure if it's actually going. Is it coming out next year? Or this
Quantum
year?
Break.
I think it's coming out in April.
That's the Mirror's Edge one, right? Oh, the Zelda. Yeah, I was just looking at that right now. Zelda Wii U. I got a Wii U.
That's not coming out this year. Sorry, that's probably not.
The Zelda Wii U one?
Yeah, I don't think so because I think they're actually thinking about putting on the NX now.
Yeah, that's coming out this year.
Said to be announced. Well, that the Legend of Zelda one, but also too, I wanted to get the. I think they're re-releasing the Twilight Princess.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a good one.
Yep. Can finally get my Zelda back on.
So who's going to get Bayonetta for the Smash Brothers?
I already got that.
I can't play with the kids anymore if I get that one. It's like Gears of War 4.
Oh yeah, I forgot that they're making another Gears of War game. What was it? Recore? That looked interesting, but I'm not sure if it's coming out this year.
Recore. Yeah, I see that too. It says Q2 2016.
Yeah, I don't know because Recore is from the creator of Metroid Prime, so.
Is that coming out for like Wii U or is it just?
No, it's coming out for just Xbox One.
Kind of doing like that rare thing they did with the last Xbox and just kind of pulled people over.
A game that I'm actually looking forward to. I probably won't get it for a little while, but I'm looking forward to seeing people play it. Is Firewatch? It's an indie game.
I've heard of that. Has it been out for some time?
No, it comes out actually I think Tuesday.
I think what you're thinking of is Firefall.
Yes.
No. It's actually called Firewatch. It's like
No, what Mark is thinking of, not what you're thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Get with you times, man. Come on.
But yeah, Firewatch comes out on Tuesday, and I think Tim Left, which is actually former Guardian, is actually going to be playing it soon. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing it. What is it? Are you looking up? Oh, Doom.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't screen share that great.
Yeah, it's.
There's a whole lot of blood everywhere. That's pretty much it right there.
But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Doom. It looks really good. Dishonored 2.
Oh yeah, that'll be a good game. Hopefully.
Game that I had the first part for and never beat because I just keep looking at people's like ultimate like silent vids. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that.
But I've recently played through it again on PS4, and oh god, it's so good. Oh, Far Cry Primal, there's that too. There's so many good games coming out, and of course you can count on the typical Assassin's Creed fanfare.
All the decent games seem to come out in the same 2 to 3 month period.
My wallet weeps.
Yeah.
Call of Duty. Advanced Black Ops 5, whatever.
Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 5, Part 3, Episode 6.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, didn't like Street Fighter one time, like I think it had like a Turbo Extended Extreme Edition or something like that. Like
no, you're thinking of
Street Fighter 4.
Dead Rising 3.
Yeah, Dead Rising 3.
It's like a long convoluted name. It's like this.
Oh god, yes. There's still so many games. Yeah, you keep on bringing up a list, and it's like, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to these games. Star Fox Zero.
Telltale's Batman theme? What?
Yeah, they're doing Telltale Batman. Ukulele. I am so looking forward to that. It's the spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie.
Whoa.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
What console is that going to be on?
It's going to be on everything, I believe. Wii U, Xbox One, and actually, I'm not sure about Wii U. I'm not sure if they actually met the funding requirements, but PS4, PC, I think maybe even Mac. So,
PC.
but definitely looking forward to that. I was actually part of the Kickstarter campaign, so or I contributed to the Kickstarter campaign, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. Then Ratchet and Clank, I'm always looking forward to another Ratchet and Clank.
The movie too.
Yeah, the movie.
The movie looks actually pretty good. Decent.
Let's see, what else? I don't know. I think that's pretty much it that I can think of. I'm pretty sure someone's going to mention another game that I forgot about.
Right. Stop mentioning games.
Yeah, stop.
My wallet can't handle it.
And VR. Probably not going to pick up a VR unit sometime soon. So.
Yeah, I'm so tempted.
Also, $600 for a Oculus Rift when they were selling it for $300. Yeah, fuck no.
Yeah, they got burned. They got burned on that one. I'm surprised it didn't get more backlash from that. Everything like that. What didn't they?
Especially
didn't, like,
since you have
HTC
to have it hooked up to another unit in order for it to function. Like you can't just have the VR headset, put a game in it, and play it. It has to be hooked to a PC.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
really?
was thinking,
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's how it works. And you have to hook it in. Plus, if you want anything more intuitive, like you want to actually feel like you're in the game, you might want to also pick up the Omni or something like that, which is like another $500.
And the graphics card needs to be decent quality, $300 or more.
It's probably going to be more than that. I think they said the specs for the Oculus are going to be.
I have no idea what he's doing.
But
Sorry, Mark, you're doing something. Oh.
Vega. 980 Ti.
980. Yep.
Okay, yeah, you definitely have the a good enough one, but you have to actually. I think the specs went up even higher with the new.
It has to be. It has to be 660.
660 or more.
660 is minimum, and it doesn't operate very well on a 660. I've tried it.
Guess I'm in 2 of those cars I just showed you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang it. No.
Let's also have an Oscar podcast. Sure. Can we celebrate the fact that it might be the end of the Leonardo DiCaprio joke? So.
No,
They
but
had-
gotta keep it running.
I thought they had didn't they have like a crowdfunding where everyone took all their gold jewelry and someone was going to make a perfect replica of the
Oh yeah,
Oscar and then send it to him.
Really?
that's funny.
Homemade Oscar. That movie was great. That movie was just brutal. If anyone saw The Revenant.
Oh yeah, The Revenant. Yeah, it was a good movie. It's just it's pretty
Taxing.
brutal.
Brutal movie.
Don't jinx it.
Or we can talk about just like Oscar the Grouch if they have that podcast. Famous Oscars.
But yeah, I'd be open for an Oscar podcast. Well, it's going to be on Sunday probably. We probably need to wrap up. I'm trying to conclude everything. So, but yeah, VR, probably not going to pick it up. It's too expensive. They need to lower the price. Other than that,
Hopefully HTC brings it down or has a better offer.
yeah, HTC. Yeah, I've probably heard that HTC is going to be better than the Oculus.
The only thing Oculus I'm buying is the $100 one that you get with the Samsung S6. So you can
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, "Ooh, look at this."
I'm just-
Or just go cheaper and get the Google Cardboard.
Or if you want to go really cheaper, buy the Virtual Boy.
Yes.
It'll burn your eyes out.
I liked this game before it was cool.
I want a Virtual
Those are
Boy.
cool.
You'll burn your eyes out, kid. Okay, I think that's a good point to end on. But thank you guys for coming out. We had another actually longer podcast than last time, so. But yeah,
We
thanks for
started
coming
at
on.
8:30. Don't worry, we started at 8:30. Just 30 minutes of just weirdness.
But no, it was a good podcast, and we had a lot of questions came in that really helped. So thank you guys for the questions. Keep them coming, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys next week. And I would like to thank you guys for coming on this week. Oh.
That's the wifey. Good time.
Alrighty. Well, thank you again for coming on. Thank you to the audience for watching tonight, and we'll see you guys next week at 9. Bye.
Bye.